Eating here in a little bit. Of course, Tom Kakert joining us from the Hawkeye Report, Cyhawk Week, and of course, you're also a Davenport West alum.
I am.
And actually, Brian Stocking is teaching right now at Davenport West. So Bettendorf and West will let you make the call. So let's get to those highlights.
Yeah, to Brady Street Stadium we go. The Falcons welcoming Bettendorf to town. Jacob Whipple, the 15-yard run for a first down for the Bulldogs.
Nice moves there. Well done.
Then we've got Jackson Laver.
That's my handwriting, not your fault.
Cole Odafe.
Nice.
For a long touchdown pass.
Well shot, too. Not bad. That made it 7-0.
7-zip Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs continue to tack things on. Laver with a brilliant run.
Weaving his way through the defense.
Yeah, look at it, just carving up the Falcons here.
That
Not
made
good.
it 14-0, and it's Pat Anger's Bulldogs, Tommy.
Yeah.
Knocking off your Falcons.
Yeah.
49-8.
49-8.
Your final next year. They'll get them next year. Let's head to Cedar Rapids. PV lost to Bettendorf last week. Another tough test. Taking on Kennedy. First quarter of this one, Harrison Fierce with the first down. Then it's Fierce following some blockers, getting into the end zone for the touchdown. Early lead for Pleasant Valley. Then check out some defense here as it is Cameron Lemoyne with the interception. Well done right there. On offense, it is the Spartans. I got to show Tommy a play here in a second, but it's Fierce airing it out to Lemoyne for the touchdown.
Nice.
PV adds to the lead, and then
catch.
if you're at the 1 yard line, who should you give it to? Rusty Van Wetsingo was a fullback. How about Big Joey?
Big Joey.
Get out of my way.
Look at that.
I like how he looks at him afterwards.
Just to make sure that this is what's coming your way. Try to tackle him.
Yeah.
No
thanks.
You. No,
Look at that guy.
Another touchdown.
Get trucked.
Future Hawkeye Joey Van Wetsinga adding to the lead. We'll show you a final score. It is Pleasant Valley getting into the win column. 35-20, your final score. Davenport North has never beaten Assumption.
Ever?
Nate Gilbreth with his first game at home taking on the Wildcats, and it is first quarter. The defense looking good. North led 7-0, but that is Jackson Roach with the interception. Defense looking good for the night. Second quarter, this should be a basketball play here. It's Braylon Thompson to Sincere Simons for the touchdown. 30-yard touchdown made it 7-6. Assumption back within one. North on the move later in the second quarter, but it is Ben Yegi with another interception for Assumption. Knight's defense looking good, and they try to add to it just before the half, but the North defense says, I got your interceptions. How about a scoop score for a touchdown? Ball's on the turf. It's Bryce Pauly scooping it up, and he goes back the other way, making it 14-6. Could North beat Assumption? They do that. I'm sure Brian Stocking will be talking about that in a little bit. 28-19, your final score.
Central DeWitt making the short trip to Goose Lake to take on Northeast. Sabres on a 4th and 2, looking to make the conversion. Max Bergmeyer finds a hole to move the chains, but the Northeast defense proves to be too much. Senior Grant Gray blocks the punt. The Rebels have a great field position, and Northeast makes it count. Quarterback Gavin Kramer turns on the wheels and scrambles for the first down and more, and that sets up this next play right here. Grant Gray making big moves again. The senior jumps into the end zone for the touchdown. The Rebels stay dominant in this one. They win 44-8 final.
Muscatine looking for their first win of the season, hosting Davenport Central in their home opener. Muskies holding a 21-12 lead. Second quarter looking for more, but this is Carson Williams knocks the ball loose. Connor Jones recovers, and the Blue Devils are in business. It's going to set up a Williams 4-yard touchdown scramble to the far pylon, and they trail 21-19 at that point. The Muskies would get the ball to start the second half, and they're in good positions thanks to this return from Colin Glenn. But on 4th and down, it'll be Jones again with a big stop for Central to deny Muskies of that first down. Points hard to come by while we were there. But it was 21-19 was the final score for Muscatine.
Maquoketa and Clinton both looking for their first wins of the season. The River Kings showing off their defense. Logan Lorenzen with the sack. That is a 10-yard loss for Maquoketa. They're in a 4th and 14 situation. Second quarter, Maquoketa dishes it right back D'Angelo Donray with a sack of his own. River Kings lead 7-0. Cardinals with another strong defensive showing. Marshall Johnson gets a sack of his own. Still 7-0 Clinton. This is winding down in the first half, but it's still a game of defense. River Kings Carter Brown with the interception to hold off Makokata from scoring. Clinton gets their first win. They snapped an 11-game losing streak. First win of the season. They win 13-7 against Makokata.
Yeah, congratulations to Nate Hare getting a big victory for Clinton, getting on the right side of that win column. A lot more to get to, and Tom, these burgers, as we take a closer look, they got some cooking to do.
They do.
I know.
So we're going to heat up the grill a little bit because I'm really concerned about the
You have one job tonight.
Yes.
One job.
I am too.
I hope the Hawkeyes play better football than
Hey,
you're
I
cooking.
haven't pulled a Julian Vandervelde
That's
yet.
true. That's true.
Hey, we're going to char grill these burgers, and we got more football to get to right after this.